So Agent P, SNP government refuses to launch a Scottish grooming gang inquiry. What are they afraid of? Question mark. I'll leave you a link to it, yeah. But in Wales, somebody from what I've been told by Google is pronounced Senev, not Senedd. Senev member Jane Dodds says she will block of an inquiry into grooming gangs because the language of grooming gangs. Bernie quite correctly said, why we, essentially saying rape gangs. That's what they were. They were rape gangs. They were organised rape gangs, because even apparently some police in England at one stage said, well, you can't call it rape if they're consenting. But look, if they're children, whether it's consenting or not, and you look at the data, a lot of it wasn't, vast amounts of it wasn't, it's still rape, yeah? But you can't even see grooming gangs, according to this individual, under fair use.
I would caution using the word grooming gangs.
I mean, what kind of psychopath fucking says, look, the rape of children it's not something we should discuss. Or even to call them grooming gangs. Because remember, I would say that's propaganda. It was to take the heat off what was actually going on. Organised rape of children. So you heard the term grooming gangs. But even that now, because,
I would caution using the word grooming gangs. That is not used anywhere in Jay's report. She talks about organised networks. And the reason I say...
Let me tell you something, right? Normally when you're hearing about organised networks, it's not always a negative, is it? Yeah? The Round Table is an organised network. Yeah? The Rotary Club is an organised network. Mind you could look into that in more detail, and it certainly goes to Freemasonry. But those organised networks, hey, no problem at all, What I'm saying is, it usually, even in business, organised networks. You see the diffusion.
Say that is because grooming gangs has been used and will continue, sadly, to be used by the right.
Sadly to be used.
Right, in order, I'm afraid, to whip up a sense of outrage and fury, which...
Remember, if they called it what it was, rape gangs, yeah, most people will be on their fucking MPs and going, look, this needs dealt with, and bloody now. Yeah? Deflection, we'll call it grooming gangs. And then, over a wee period of time, we'll go, nah, that's still too hearty words. We need to think about language. I need to caution you. The whole of, you look at the Scottish Parliament, it's all about language, yeah? Scottish ministers, especially when they're asked about, what is happening in children's education. Oh, we have to be mindful. We have to be mindful about our language. This is bloody witchcraft to stop people with any ounce of common sense and conscience to call it for what it is.
I would caution using the word grooming gangs. That is not used anywhere in Jay's report. She talks about organised networks. And the reason I say that is because grooming gangs has been used and will continue, sadly, to be used by the right in order, I'm afraid, to whip up a sense of outrage and fury, which of course there should be, but that should be put into practice. So I won't be supporting the motion.
I mean, even this is NLP shenanigans. Neuro-linguistic programming. It's fucking bullshittery on steroids. Well, they masquerade as the fucking righteous.
For that reason as well,
the language. Believe me, in the day-to-day, start being aware of that and organised place, various organisations, especially third sector, especially councils, especially politicians. We cannot discuss things for what they are. We need to tone it down big style. Absolutely. And deflect. And reflect. Mindfulness. Mindlessness is what mindfulness is.
Has to be really sensitive and carefully used.
Do you think that these rape gangs were really sensitive and all the rest of it? I mean, honestly, the fucking witchcraft on steroids of that. 35 seconds of absolute witchcraft.
Would caution using the word grooming gangs. That is not used anywhere in Jay's report. She talks about organised networks. And the reason I say that is because grooming gangs has been used and will continue, sadly, to be used by the right in order, I'm afraid, to whip up a sense of outrage and fury, which of course there should be, but that should be put...
I mean, believe me, honestly, this witchcraft on steroids, this play of words, ignore reality. That's basically what they're asking you to do. And somehow the very victims of this are but just a small mute point. You're not seeing the bigger picture according to them. Change will be challenging. Yeah. The rape of many Western women. And not just women. Yeah? Women and men. Women and girls and boys. All of this. Look, we will need to be vastly exposed to various cultures, and you better bloody get used to it because we have a plan. Yeah? These are villains, honestly, they are.
Into practice. So I won't be supporting the motion for that reason as well. The language has to be really sensitive and carefully used. But I would...
Honestly, they're fucking psychopaths.